So Kyle Maynard.
That's Kyle Maynard.
Yep.
Just his story is amazing, that he, with no arms and no legs, that he was able to play high school football and wrestling too.
Yep. Beating all these state champions in high school. Mount Kilimanjaro, then he did Mount Aconcagua, the highest peak of the Andes. We did the highest peak of Australia together, and I took him diving at the Great Barrier Reef. Him and Pat Tillman, who were my two biggest heroes. Army Ranger, who had been a former NFL linebacker, and he was killed in Afghanistan. Gave up like a multi-million-dollar deal to go fight on the Mike Tyson podcast. It's called Hot Boxing.
Wow.
With Evan Britton as well. Jorge and Gracie and Henner, and they taught some seminars for us for combative. This is in Anderson Silva's Muay Thai college. I got like exponentially better in just 1 week.
I started as like a Cinderella story. I've been caught on the street by a scouting agent. I decided to bet, so we went to the agency. Nothing literally saved me. Milan, I was working with Alberto Ferretti, Lancome. I did a show for Versace. We did shooting for Vogue. Before I didn't do that much modeling because I was busy with Vicky. She needed a lot of my attention. I dedicate myself more to motherhood than work.
Self-defense increases the autoesteem of the kid. Because a kid who knows to defend himself don't feel vulnerable, you understand? Don't feel scared. Don't feel the problem to look in the eye of somebody and say what he thinks, what he wants. And I don't agree with that, he's right, he's not. Oh, you feel better about yourself. We are supposed to know to defend ourselves and people who need the defense too. I was world champion in 2008. I was 3-time Pan American champion. I was Brazilian Vale-Tudo champion. I won all my competitions. But I started Jiu-Jitsu to defend myself in the street. I didn't start Jiu-Jitsu to run body. I fought Vale-Tudo the whole life, no gloves. All the guys I fought, they are my friends today. If that, don't take
mutual respect.
Yeah, don't take me wrong. And the fight was a war. Master Elwood was sitting on the bench. He was very, very nice the whole life. It was the biggest lesson because I understand. Nobody did the black belt to do. Nobody did that don't do. So when he said this, I became the black belt I became. I got all the diplomas in the world.
Basically, you were not allowed to leave with anything except the clothes on your back. I remember taking a doll with me. Everything was checked. My father folded up a $100 bill, small as he could, and put it in between his two back teeth. They could take everything away, but they can't take your education away.
Hand on the floor, take me stand up, kick in the face. Was with the mother of my son, so wife now. One go with a shotgun beside the other with the 45. I put her head down. Where is the self-defense in this? The decision.
It was right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in Fallujah, and we were going in after these known bomb makers. You don't know what people are going to be at first. There can be a terrorist, there can be a child, there can be an old lady. They're all living in the house together. Basic underwater demolition SEAL training. We had a mentor who had been a 30-year SEAL, all the craziest missions at SEAL Team 6. We're running with boats on our heads, and then we're doing log PT, not tying 15 feet. They tie us up, our arms and legs tied together, and we have to swim across the pool. How to remain calm, breathing, visualization.
What I see in this situation, get one on the side, I don't know what to do, the game, you and
Some of the people I've played for, Nelson Mandela, Queen Elizabeth II, the one who just recently passed away, and all the presidents in Africa, Henry Kissinger, Olivia Newton-John. We've both had kind of major breakups.
When I have breakup, I'm just like getting new skills. I learn something new. I visit places. It's a period at the most beautiful time of my life because I become better, I become stronger, I become more beautiful.
Going back to your home base and going, okay, what can I improve? How can I make myself a better person? You have to fall in love with yourself, right? Before you can fall in love with someone else. I've never been on any dating site.
Gives me different perspective.
Probably. It's still not something I would want to sign up for.
We're gonna take a picture tomorrow.
Oh my God, okay.
I'm like, all right, I'm going over to Iraq. If I ever get blown up and lose my arms and legs, I'm just going to be really strong for my weight class the same way. When I would be teaching all the SEALs going through training, I would have him, I would pick out the biggest guy in the class and have them grapple with Kyle. I know it was empowering for them too because A lot of people might think if I ever lose my legs, my life's gonna be over, it's never gonna be the same. But then they see this guy smiling, laughing. We said jiu-jitsu is a superpower, but confidence is a superpower as well. That Adaptive Training Foundation I was talking about, they don't, the VA and a lot of these systems, they treat people like they're broken. You go into that gym and he's like, get out of your wheelchair, get on the equipment. All right, you don't have arms to do it like this, but we're gonna adapt. It's like doing a mission again. The same way they did missions back in the Middle East, now they're doing them out to the ski resort. This legendary recon Marine, he made a foundation that takes special operators. While these special operators are saving the coral reef, it like saves themselves at the same time, because many of them are struggling with PTSD.
Those teenagers that have problems in their life and can inspire them.
Selena is a good friend of mine too, Gracie, and she teaches all the little girls. So that's another thing. 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds.
What people need in the end of the day is love. I think we can do a lot of this new generation, bro, for the veterans too.
I lost my dad when I was just 8 years old. I had to be like the man in the house and everything, and I was just a child. Kids would make fun of me for having my dad died. I turned to sports, turned to academics. Sadly, my brother, he slowly started getting into drugs, started doing heroin and overdosing. He still has all the soccer records from my high school. He was prom king. Everyone loved him. And then a week later, he ended up shooting up, and my mom found him in the morning in the bathroom.
You can't have good people on your side, you have good principles, you understand? Discipline, hard work, teamwork, family, loyal, good things to make you strong, you understand? Don't think the problems became big and big. We are here for you.
The cure to obesity, the cure to opiates and isolation, all these things are the killers. They're what's killing our youth. The obesity rate has gone from like a few percent in the early 1900s to 40% now. Sitting on their phone, sitting in front of the TV, not getting human interaction, not going out, getting the sunlight, the vitamin D, not running, not working out, playing sports. That's what people need to get out and do. It makes you depressed, and they're like, oh, what can I do for my depression? And they start taking opiates and all kinds of antidepressants, and it's a slippery slope. Now they eat more, they take more pills, they isolate themselves.
Life is good.
Yeah, it's good. Getting into the gym, just show up, work out for 20 minutes if that's all you can do. Put your phone away, special thing, but we got to use technology the right way.
So many good things in life. Do you spend your life inside a phone or inside drugs?